하나머니.
Oh my god, I freaking called it. Oh, goodness. Julian. About time we address the elephant in the room. Oh wait, that's just Dekus. Very cute. Hope you're doing well. I should put in the ad break in 3 minutes. We'll be back to start up the show proper. See you soon, everybody. Thank you for the stretch, King Julian. the cute, and once again, I'm Dean's Cute the American Kangaroo, and ready for adventure once again. Hey AJ, nice to see you. Plus I couldn't resist using this PNG again. Who knows, maybe for the art tonight we'll add more to it. But yes, tonight we are going to do some more stories. Then we're going to play the demo of the sequel that's coming out. Not exactly sure when, but hopefully the demo should be good. The developers did say that it's an early access demo right now, so it's probably going to have a little bit of jank in it, so we'll see how that goes. But judging by the trailer so far, it looks to be interesting. Let's see, then after that, we'll see what we can do for art tonight, because I was thinking either we can add to this, or I can do some raffles. We'll see how it goes. Oh, thank you, AJ. I appreciate it. I like to think of this version as like the roguish adventurer type / pirate for me. Hopefully everybody's doing okay tonight. And aside from anything happening currently, it was just a lovely day. It was raining when I woke up, and it was just... I love rainy days. Makes me feel like I don't have to do anything. Pitiful adventure type. My eyes are up here. But in any case. So yeah, I was enjoying stories yesterday and seeing how it was going, so I figured I don't really think of much. I thought of doing Persona 3 today, but then I thought, I'm probably gonna have to turn off the PS5 for the protest this week. So I've already turned the online components off on this thing. And then as soon as before it hits midnight, I'm going to be turning this off in the protest against Sony's no physical copies thing. Hopefully other people doing that too. I mean, it's only a week. So hopefully it should get some sort of a message by it. But apparently Sony's already going through the works right now because they're getting sued by 6 different entities right now. And everybody's really ticked at them. So hopefully Sony sees the error of their ways and realizes that they're actually doing more harm to their brand than good at this point. Okay, let's see. Aside from that, in terms of some of the other games I want to play on this channel, I do want to play the Dragon Quest games 1 through 3 on here at some point. I did think about playing Persona 4 Golden on here at some point, but then I thought since the revival's coming out, I figured, I'm just going to wait until the remake comes out. And I do want to replay Final Fantasy V on here at some point, and 6. And we'll be playing this sometime in September now. The Hades game's probably not. Sakuna, I kind of wish I would have finished that one. Aside from that, I would like to do Alone with You at some point. Back to the Dawn. I love the demo of this game. I finally got the rhythm of how this game plays, finally. Blue Reflection, maybe. Caravan Sandwich, maybe. Bloodborne, I'm gonna have to have some I'm gonna have to have a sub-goal for that eventually. I have technically played Bloodborne in the past before, but it was mostly when I was experimenting with it when I had PlayStation Plus once. I got to the Cleric Beast, beat it on my second time, and I'm just like, okay, I'm good. I don't want to play anymore. Bistro's been fun, but I don't know if I'd actually stream that. Dave the Diver's fun. Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory would be cool to stream. Let's see, Dungeons of Hinterberg was fun, but I don't know if I'd actually play that on stream. I definitely want to play a couple more Final Fantasies on this stream. Grandia, definitely one day. I definitely want to play the first Grandia on here at some point. It's one of my favorites, but I have to do some sort of like a good thing for it. Like I need like a custom background for it or something. Like using some of the game's art or like inspired by it. Silk Song, definitely not. I cannot play this on stream. This would take way too long. even if I have replayed it a few times. I am Setsuna one day. I definitely want to replay Little Goody Two Shoes on here, because I finally figured out how to get the best ending. Octopath Traveler 2, maybe. Odin Sphere, definitely. I definitely want to play Lunar on the channel. Live Alive has to be a special event for me, because this is one of my favorite games of all time. People have known I do want to finish that at some point. I have to get back to that. Pocky and Rocky Reshrined. I guess if I have nothing else to play, I'd play this on stream for a bit. I just wish it was more twin-stick shooter. I feel like that's what would solve like the biggest issue I have with this game, is that it's a top-down shooter, but it's not twin-stick. Romancing Saga 2, maybe. Rhapsody, maybe. Ratchet & Clank is definitely going to happen on this channel at some point. Rad would be interesting, but I think I might just do a Let's Play of that. Saga Frontier, maybe. Sea of Stars I definitely want to play on this channel. I only played about a quarter of it before I stopped, after I heard about the completionist controversy that happened with this. Then I found out they patched him out later. Let's see. Terra Memoria, I don't think I'd play this on channel, but I would recommend this. It's actually a pretty good game. Let's see. Star Ocean, maybe. I've already played this on the channel a few times. The Good Life I might play on stream at some point. I want to play this again. I definitely want to play Under the Island on channel. And I still have to finish Wonder Stars at some point. I know so many games for the channel, I gotta get the timing right, and I got to get the mood right. So many things. Let's see. For those wondering, Andy is actually going on like some personal stuff right now, and they are celebrating Ashton Wolf's birthday today. So Ashton, if you can hear me, happy birthday to you. Dragon Quest Builders, maybe. I definitely would like to play Builders on the channel, but I don't know how long that would take. That's the problem. Because the thing with me and resource management games, I tend to lose myself in them quite easily. Aside from that, that's what's in my current collection, then. Oh yeah, I can't access the other stuff right now. I can't access the actual library unless I have the internet on this thing, and I already turned it off, so... Okay. So, aside from that, we'll get into that in just a minute. But there is one thing I wanted to show you guys. I freaking called this so early. Okay, so I was going through YouTube real quick, and I saw this. The new Pokemon Scalping Low. And you want to know what's on it? There's a box of Krispy Kreme donuts on there.
Have you seen the Pokemon and Krispy Kreme collab? Yeah, it's a nice collab, and honestly, the donuts look really good. I know, donuts and Pokemon, two things that people love. I'm gonna ruin it for everyone else. No, man, come on, let us have this one thing. No. Well, it's not like you can scalp the actual donuts. I mean, they'll go bad before you can even sell them. Oh, I'm not scalping the donuts. No. I'm scalping the boxes and cups that come with the donuts. No, you're not. Nobody is actually online overpaying for the boxes and cups you get for free with the donuts. Oh yeah? Check eBay. Sure, buddy, because people will totally spend like $45 on cups and boxes. I hate you, and I want you out of this hobby. Have you seen the...
I freaking called it. Oh man, those Pokemon scalpers just know how to do a new low every single time, don't they? It's just, I don't know where they get this confidence from. It's my favorite Pokemon, Donutmon. Wait, that's a Digimon joke. But in any case, yeah, it just saddens me that Logan Paul basically trained a generation of people to try to scalp Pokemon stuff to think that they'll get millions from it, when Logan Paul pretty much systematically rigged everything in his favor for that to happen. Hey Reed, hope you're doing well. How do you like the new PNG I got going? It's my new adventure look. It's my roguish adventure look. Arr. In any case, let's get into the game. Okay. Turn that off. And we got our trusty dice page up. For those of you who are wondering, this is the page I'm using for dice rolls for this game. There you go. Okay then. Now, once again, off to adventure. Now, we will be playing this for maybe 2 or 3 runs, depending on how many I can get in before midnight. It'll probably be 2 at the most, I'd say, depending on how things go. Then after that, we're going to switch over to the demo of the sequel that's coming up by Spearhead Games, which I cannot wait for. And then after we play the demo a little bit, I think we should have enough time to do some art. Whether we'll continue adding to this one, or we can do some raffle giveaways or something. I'll see what I can come up with.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert, as tempting as it was to explore ancient mysteries. There was a war going on. And also, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Hey dude, welcome in. You just came in time. We just started the 3rd round of stories. I'm doing pretty good so far. It was a pretty nice day. Very rainy, very chill for a bit. Now it's just a cool evening. Okay then, so how we play this game for this channel, we leave it up to the dice. So, 1 and 4 results in rescuing Lupino. 2 and 5 results in going for the Sky Ripper. 3 and 6 go after the Shadow Temple once again. Where will the dice take us this time, I wonder? And last time we played, we discovered 2 of the 4 truths to unlock the true ending. What shall happen this time? Let's find out. Rolling the dice. And we get 6. We're going after the Iblis Stone again.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis Stone.
God damn it, King Julian.
It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was
There
searching
is
for
no
it,
7 right
it
now.
must be dangerous. And so, Reynardo went ostrich hunting. Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis Stone? Long hidden in the buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals? Ooh, Reynardo loved to improve his gear.
Okay, what can we do? What can we do? Yay, we can make the Void Sword. Okay. Everything else we need more ore for. Now we've unlocked all the blades. As far as gems go, we've got critical chance, physical resistance, and shield breaker. Okay, I think those will do. Nice. The Void Blade.
Reynardo distrusted doors that opened automatically, especially after being buried for millennia. Was this some sort of trap?
You could say it's partially Diablo inspired. Uh-oh. Did I hit you by accident?
The ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Okay, I got a skill point. Let's see. Hookshot damage. Dash through enemies. True sword foo. Attack reflexes. Grab damage. Getting stronger. Increase distance for throwing. Sword magic. Increase the maximum sword energy. Ooh. More stamina. I think I'll increase sword energy.
Nice. That could be useful.
Oh crap. Oh. Keep that combo up. Let's try the blade.
That is a very cool sword, thought Reynardo. No, seriously. He couldn't feel his paw anymore.
I love the writing.
Reynardo had been to a...
One sec. I'll be right back, everybody. I'm gonna play some music while I'm gone. Gotta put the dog outside for a second. still have to get up and walk across the house to let the dog out. As soon as I get there, I keep asking for the dog if she has to go outside, and she just lays there looking at me like, what? I didn't say anything. Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. It was a little detail I figured. Go for a little more darker fur for a more roguish type for myself. Okay, let's get back to the game.
Dungeon once, where all the chests had teeth and eyes. It had been a short visit.
I went there last time, so I'll try going this way this time. I guess any starter would do with that one.
He felt like Tarzan.
Okay, can't really do anything with that right now. Ooh, but I can go through the fire door. Yay! I can still get some treasure. No, no, no. Ooh, critical chance level 2, nice.
What was the point of this gate? Did they think no one would notice the lever?
Or was it to keep something in? Dun dun dun. Oh, I can use this one now too. Oh god.
I think this is yours, said Reynardo, but he couldn't hear his enemy's answer.
Energy on kill. Ooh, that sounds good. That's a cool little statue. Okay, guess I just go back from this one. Nothing. Goodbye.
One you shouldn't trust a raven further than you can throw them.
Goodbye.
But did vertical shot count?
Damn it. You messed up my combo. I'd say if anything, the combat is inspired partially from Diablo and Batman Arkham Asylum from the feel of it. I know, I love the dialogue. I love the dialogue in this game. The narrator makes me chuckle.
The ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
Okay, I will put a stipulation on the dice roll. We cannot make the same decision as last time if it's between the two. For now, for like a stipulation thing. Let's see. I love that the picture's a buff fox in that picture. Let's see. More stamina, better, faster speed. Let's give us more movement speed.
Oh, this really didn't have much in the way of safety features, did it? was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. Who said that?
Hi, Deathstone.
It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty. Kill the Emperor's daughter. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close.
I would like
once,
to make some
and
Reynardo art.
wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. It's the core, said the stone anxiously.
Well, since we made that choice last time, we're going to make this choice this time.
The stone bothered him. He hated being told what to do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance. The stone felt a bit clingy. The sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Skyripper, a weapon capable of challenging the gods. Even without its armature, the core would still possess great power. He would go there.
Now let's see what happens when we try to put the Iblis
The
stone in
moment he
the
landed
core.
the Farfarer, Reynardo had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late, he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned. Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Sword Food School together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter. No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late.
Ah, dang it, I should have gone the other way. Oh well. Oh! Snyder, thank you very much. 43 months. Thank you very much for the support. I find it amazing. Saw the new PNG in the Discord, and now I have to experience it real time. Always happy to see the big handsome lad. P.S. We have 2 more months to figure out the name for baby number 5. My god, that's right. How many stream babies do we have at this point? Let me think. 43. Let's see. I've got at least... Oh my god, 4. Are you laying the eggs then, Sunny Durg? We have 4 giant Rue Durg children. Oh, thank you very much for the support over the years. I really appreciate it, Sunny. Of course, I'll shamefully admit it. Why shamefully? Okay, let's see. I think I can replace Shield Breaker with... Killing enemies gives you 3% sword energy back. If it's only 3%, I don't really feel like doing that then. So currently we're playing the game Stories, The Path of Destinies. It's a very early PlayStation 4 indie game that came out years ago, and the company that made the game, Spearhead Games, has finally announced that they're doing a sequel to it. So we are going to play another route of this tonight, and then later on we're going to play the demo that they released, which is for the sequel of this game. What do you mean, why shamefully? I guess you're right, though. No shame around such big, handsome lad. Aw, thank you. Oh. energy.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Well, can't go that way. I still find it interesting that even though the areas do repeat a lot, they do give you a lot of different routes. I love it when indie studios get very creative when it comes to how limited some of their resources can be
You
like
almost
that.
never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be imperial gogglers. That meant ravens were up ahead. He'd once been a pirate.
Oh, crap.
He used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name?
I was trying to aim for those things, damn it.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. "You're weak," whispered the stone. "The core will kill you." "Are you afraid of it?" Don't be ridiculous. It chuckled. "But it's unstable. It will poison you if so much as carry it. And if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically." Reynardo did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards.
I don't trust rocks that can talk in my head. I have a brain cell.
Where did that go to?
Nice. Attack speed level 2. Nice. And this goes back there. Okay. Okay, I already got that treasure chest. Do you mean like reused asset of fully reused map layouts? Yeah, basically, the team when they first started out this game, they had to get really creative with how each of the maps were used. So they basically made like, I think it's like maybe 5 or 6 different maps, and they made them like big in terms of layout so that there would be like multiple paths to take between each story route. Which is actually pretty clever. But what if it was a big rock? Well, a big rock did give birth to that one monkey. Son Goku was born from a rock, if you can believe it or not.
Of course there was a puzzle. You couldn't expect the Transcendent Emperor to bury a god's eye in a leather sack where anyone could pick it up.
No, pretty easy puzzle.
Right.
Ah! Crossblade is definitely one of the best ones. So yeah, Spearhead Games was very limited in their resources when they first started out. But they were able to make Ulman site after this one, which I've been told is a lot better. Ah, there's the core.
As he approached the core, the stone became hysterical. He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent
Oh
him
gosh,
its
he ruined
darkest
the journey to the
fears,
west.
hadn't
Ew.
He had a sudden impulse
That's what
to
happened,
do
though.
exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into
The
the
giant
core.
rock split in two.
There was a rush of
And then there
light.
was another rock underneath
He
that
thought
one.
he could hear the
and then that
stone
rock split in
screaming.
two, and then Son Goku was
Then
born.
he passed out. When Reynardo came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light. And it was silent. "I can't hear you," he sang out. And, "You?" It didn't answer. "Ha!" he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible. It was time to attack the
Oh yeah,
Imperial
Sun
outpost
Wukong,
on the
yeah.
Nexus.
Sorry.
Take the battle.
I sometimes
to the
get
enemy.
Son
But
Goku and
among
Sun
the
Wukong
huge
mixed up.
crystals,
Technically the
there
same
was
character,
also
but
an
still.
observatory.
Different
A
circumstances.
wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
Okay, either we go to the scientists to talk about this core, or we take the battle to the enemy. Okay, let's roll the dice. Evens, we go to the battle. Odds, we go to the scientists. And we roll... Evens. We take the battle to them.
As the Farfarer sailed towards the Nexus, Reynardo wondered if the core had been created to silence the stone, or even to feed its hunger. Honestly, he didn't care. He felt terrific.
Oh yeah, Goku is based on Son
And he
Wukong, that's
appreciated
true.
the quiet inside his head.
Goku's just kind of just an alternate version of him, in a sense. Well, I figured the fate being tied to the dice for this game would be fun, since I kind of technically know the
Nexus
technical
was
route,
infested
but
with ravens. But
it has
that
been
didn't
years since I
bother
played this
Reynardo.
game.
With each death, the converted Iblis stone in his gauntlets glowed brighter, and he felt stronger. Wow. He was getting a bit bloodthirsty, wasn't he? Well, he wasn't one. He was a warrior. They're supposed to be bloodthirsty.
I just imagine Reynardo with this blue stone just getting buffer every time he kills something.
What else could you hook?
Nice. Some treasure.
Get all the ingredients for a pretty nifty sword.
Yay, next upgrade. Okay, is it around here? If I go any further, I think I'm gonna hit something. Let's go this way this time. Nope, nothing that way.
The platform used a hybrid propulsion system fueled by anti-gravity and wishful thinking.
Okay, that was clever. Accidental, but clever. Yay, big treasure chest.
There was blood on this one,
Ooh, attack speed level
so it hadn't
3.
saved its owner.
Nice. And where are we? Somewhere. We're somewhere around here.
The core, absorbed in the stone, was doing its job perfectly. Reynardo could feel a little eldritch jolt every time he downed a raven, but then it flowed into the glowing stone the way water flows down a riverbed. It all felt perfectly natural, as if all his life, this was what he had been meant to do.
Yeah.
With the core absorbed in the stone, Reynardo had enough power to challenge the Imperial fleet. First, he would disrupt the enemy communication lines. Then, he would head for the rebel base. From there, the rebellion would launch its final attack.
Oh, I'm on the other side of here now. Okay, what we got? Let's see. We can upgrade Firestorm.
Fire? Yes, please.
Now it's at maximum. Okay, we need... Oh boy. 89 more ores to upgrade this. 89 more and 4 more wind essences to upgrade that. Okay. Okay, and as far as this goes... Attack speed level 3. Increases your attack speed by 20%. Ooh. I do have the hook shot for the shield, so why not just add this then?
Reynardo tore through the last remaining guards at the outpost like hot coffee through snow. There was a far speaker toad here. He called the council speaker. He knew she would be thrilled. And she was. She wanted him to come back to base. They had plans to discuss, and a medal to give him. A large, golden medal. Great, said Reynardo. Let's talk about who else I can kill. Then the far speaker croaked again.
Hello, Reynardo.
It said,
If you get sick of slaughtering second-rate birds in the Nexus, I'm waiting for you in the mountains.
Zenobia, a witch, taunting him. With the stone, he'd finally be her match.
Ah, so here we go. Do we take the stone to the rebel base, or do we overconfidently go against Zenobia? Let's see what the dice say. Odds, we go after Zenobia. Evens, we go after the base. And it's 2 evens. We go after the base. We shall not be tricked by Zenobia.
Zenobia was taunting him. No doubt she hoped to lure him into a trap.
It's a friendly gun.
he was
what
nobody's
use
son.
it says to bang with a
Especially
smiley
not
face.
hers. He carried victory in his gauntlet.
Power of friendship and this
He would
gun
go
I
where the
found.
council pointed him.
The power of love is bullshit. The power of guns and violence, that is the real deal. Oh yeah.
As he set foot on the island,
Apparently
Reynardo felt energized.
I saw that today. The people who do the SAO abridged version, apparently they got copyright striked for episode 20, and they tried to put out the preview, but then that got copyrighted striked. So now they have to put it on Patreon, and they're trying to figure out a way to edit it so they can put it on YouTube again. Oh my goodness. But I do love that line that he says during one of the episodes. The power of love is bullshit. The power of violence, that's better. Yeah, they got slapped with a copyright strike for episode 20, so now they're trying to edit it again. I mean, they should be. The anime company behind SAO should be thanking them at this point, because they made that anime series actually watchable. The original version of SAO was okay, but once you saw the flaws and the cracks in the logic and everything, you see the potential it could have had. I remember I was watching Danny Moto once. He's a reactioner, and he came up with this idea where you either finish the game, or you take a dagger that's put in your inventory, and you stab another person to get out of the game without having to finish the whole thing. And I thought that was a pretty clever idea. I mean, just imagine, either you kill someone and know that you kill someone to get out of the game, or you finish the game entirely and could possibly die along the way yourself. Copyright seems to be so weird nowadays. Yeah, it's because YouTube is riddled with a lot of copyright bots that pretend to claim things. Even if it sounds remotely close to something, even if it's something distinctually different, YouTube's algorithm is just messed up. They rely too much on AI. SWE made those flaws more realistic and plausible. Even the twist is more relatable than, damn, I just forgot. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, the whole... I remember seeing that episode when it first came out, where it's like, why did you do any of this in the first place? It's like, you know, I can't really remember why. The internet was pissed about that. So many people were so pissed off that the writer couldn't figure out a plausible reason as to why he went through all of that. And then when Something Witty Entertainment came up with the idea that he did it because he was an overworked game developer trying to please the publishers and the CEOs and everything, I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. It's just a shit show that he basically just tried to make sound good in his head, and it just kept getting progressively worse. That was a better reason than what the original writer came up with, and I applaud them for that. It's like, never underestimate abridged writers. They will sometimes make your thing so much better than it originally was.
Like when he was hunting or dancing. Then he smelt it. The stench of ravens.
It was a good thing he was here too, before they tripped over the secret base. He was really saving the Council Toad's bacon, so to speak.
Okay, I don't have any points right now.
When Reynardo went to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
Well, Reynardo's not a bull. Okay, let's head back this way real quick. Oh, good thing I went this way. Extra ore, money.
Take a leap of faith, said the inscription.
I'm pretty sure the fans of this game are also fans of From Software, because they have a lot of references in this game. Praise the sun, take a leap of faith. I remember seeing so many videos when Dark Souls first came out. Demon Souls hadn't quite gotten the meme popularity that Dark Souls had gotten. And I would see so many videos of people going, take a jump, take a leap of faith. Well, some other player left this for me here. It must be the way. And then they just die. The amount of troll videos I saw when that game first came out was funny. Okay, let's see. I can't use the workbench yet. There's a lot of pathways down here.
Oh, what does the fox say? Asked one raven. Another one called back, "Oh, I'm dying!" And they both laughed hysterically.
I thought this came out before the fox meme thing. Never thought I would hear "what does the fox say" in a video game ever again. Hey, Shade Wolf. Hope you're doing well.
He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
I love this narrator. Let's see. If I go that way, there's a treasure here, but ah, crap. Oh man.
See? Reynardo was a hero of the revolution. He deserved a medal. Soon, he deserved every medal they had, and hopefully one big medal ceremony in front of everybody with trumpets so everyone could know what he'd accomplished.
Damn it! I was gonna go through that void door. Oh well, I'll go through there next time, if I can try. Dang it. Missed out an entire area. Uh-oh.
Didn't your mother tell you it's rude to stare? Snapped Reynardo, a little smug.
Oh, that was close.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, personal space.
Damn it. My combo. Nab at my combo. Okay, let me at least open this way first.
Reynardo remembered when he'd first stolen one of these.
Shield breaker level 2.
Good times.
Dang it, I missed what he said. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Have you heard the original Kingdom Hearts, Dearly Beloved? Yeah, I've heard of it. Love the music piece. I finished watching somebody do a whole gameplay of Birth by Sleep. Oh, cool. On the whole gameplay, also, I'm glad it finally Birth by Sleep on PS4, 5, ported from the Doom PSP, which never owned. I owned a PSP. Trust me, you are not missing out on much, because in order to play Birth by Sleep on the PSP, you had to do this feature. What was like you had to download information for the game. It was like you had to put extra memory on the PSP in order to play Birth by Sleep, so it wouldn't glitch like crazy for some reason. I don't know why they couldn't operate that properly. I misread that. My dumbass really thought the player was playing the game in their sleep. It's a Kingdom Hearts sub-game that literally follows Kingdom Hearts 3 after the number 2. That'd be funny if somebody was playing a video game in their sleep. Watch me play on stream in my sleep. One gamer did play a game blindfolded, so it's not far away now. And actually, there is a blind video gamer who was able to beat Ocarina of Time. I think it took him like 4 years. And the way he'd do it is he would strike the sword on anything in order to figure out where to go. And he would memorize the entire map simply by sound and how like hitting a sword on something would react to it. So for a blind person to be able to play a video game like that, that's really impressive. Kingdom Hearts PS1, Chain of Memories, Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts... Apparently a lot of players don't know about Chain of Memories. Am I correct about the fourth game? Well, technically, Birth by Sleep came out after Kingdom Hearts 2. In terms of, like, release order. No, I don't think the KH4 will take another decade. I think it's probably, like, maybe at least a year or another 2 out from actually coming out these days, because they did show some progress, at least. Just remember, you're working with Nomura here. This man is very fickle, and he's working against Disney when it comes to trying to get everything right. So not only does he have to deal with his own ADHD brain, that's just allegedly on my part, he also has to deal with the Disney executives who he has to keep pleasing with the story every time. So every time he thinks of something, he has to check with them first, then get back to him. And God knows how long that takes. But for story-wise, Birth by Sleep is the third game of the series. Well, yeah, Birth by Sleep is actually a prequel to the whole thing. Let me think. It's a prequel before Kingdom Hearts 1, but after the whole Kingdom Hearts, what was that army thing that happened at one point? That cell phone game? There's a whole thing about it. Okay, then I need to do my history move before I decide to work at Game Exchange. I once worked at a GameStop for a Christmas season. That was pretty fun. Okay, back to the game. Well, actually, we can't go back to the game because we have an ad break coming up, so 3 minutes, everybody. Get a drink, get a snack, use the bathroom I need to. We'll break out these messages, so stay tuned. And until then, we'll listen to some music. I'm back. I swear, my dog, every time I go to the bathroom now, I have to check if she's on the floor now. And then she looks at me like I'm interrupting her, and so I have to open the door for her on the other side because she refuses to turn around. We have a two-way bathroom where there's an entrance on either side. And even if the door is open just a little bit, she'll just look at me like, can you open the door? It's only open a little bit. I can't do it. I'm just like, seriously? I've seen you push doors open with your nose before. I swear. My dog is just as bad as my mom. Hey, Andy. 120 stream streak. Nice. $40, almost time for the Spirit Halloween stores to spawn in. Yeah, that's true. They're gonna be around at some point. Okay. Let's get back to it. Oh wait, I gotta turn off the music. There we go. Okay. To the rebels.
Inside the rebel base, Reynardo was invited to the council speaker's private chambers.
So, this is the Iblis Stone? He said. I can feel its power.
Reynardo told her how he had fed the core to the stone and made something even more useful than either.
Crazy like a fox.
She croaked, and Reynardo chuckled as if he'd never heard the joke before.
We've given you the best quarters, and a bottle of Tantalonian firewater. All for you.
So they'd remembered. He woke in the morning with the sweetest of hangovers.
The Iblis stone was gone from his gauntlet.
The corridors were empty, except for a few rebels who looked just as hungover as him. "Come on, you'll miss the battle," they yelled. Reynardo added sail as the Farfarers scudded across the sky. Who could have taken the Iblis stone? Was it some Imperial spy? He would find him, and kill him, and take the stone back.
Okay, final level again. Let's see where we can go now that we've got all the swords.
Reynardo had a bad taste in his mouth. He was killing ravens, but it wasn't fun. It felt like a chore. Oh, Reynardo hated chores. As a fox kid, he'd gone hungry rather than clean his room. He still didn't clean his room, he just moved house every few years. Who had the Iblis stone anyway? Up ahead, he could hear screaming and croaking and cawing. But who was winning?
People had laughed at the government workbench placement program, but you could see the benefits everywhere.
God, that reminds me when I was a kid, I was super stubborn with eating vegetables. I would eat the things I'd want to on the plate, and my mom would be like, "You're not leaving that seat until you eat those vegetables." 2 hours later, it's like right before sleep, and I'm just like, I don't want to eat them. And she's like, "Fine, go to bed now." It's like, "You didn't get to watch any TV. I hope you know you learned your lesson." And I'm just like, nope, I can just outlast you longer than I can. Yeah, Terix. Hope you're doing well. I was a pretty stubborn kid. Okay, let's see, what can we do? Critical chance level 2. Shield breaker level 2. Your hits cause shield grunts to drop their shield and take damage. Ooh. Let's do this one then. Welcome back, Shade Wolf. I said I don't want any damn vegetables. That one Simpsons kid. It's $36.99 at Party City. can use the Void Sword here now.
Ah, the road less traveled, thought Reynardo. How intriguing.
Ooh. Got a skill point. Let's see. More stamina. More sword energy. More health. Aggressive defense. Countering attack now causes damage. Grab damage. Kick and throw distance are increased. Slow down time after a successful attack until your next action. Tactical mode of combat like a true master. What's the name of this game? I might look it up on YouTube. Stories of Path of Destinies. Yeah, this is a... I'm playing this game mostly because the team behind it, Spearhead Studios, they finally resurfaced after years after their last game that they made, and they're making a sequel to this, which I'm going to play the demo of this before midnight. So I'm just kind of demonstrating how it is. Okay, let's see. Think of it like a light roguelite, but more like a choose-your-adventure type. Let's see. True Sword Fu. Dash through enemies. Damage while hooking. I'm gonna get the attack reflexes this time.
Way better than being able to shrink down to the size of an ant. What was that all about, anyway?
I love the references in this. Yay! Giant treasure chest. Ooh, treasure hunter. What does that do? Gotta find that out later. Okay, come on, ship.
You try it.
Here we go.
You're hooked.
Once you try it, you're hooked. Come on, narrator. Okay. And just so that everybody knows who's new to the channel, or new to this game, this is actually one of the earliest PlayStation 4 indie games that came out.
As he ran forward, Reynardo noticed that some ravens were starting to ignore him. Just running away. Who were they running from? Some hero of the revolution? If some other so-called hero of the revolution had the stone and tried to take his victory and his medals, Reynardo's got to be seriously pissed off. He was the hero, not some other bozo.
Goodbye. Damn it. Come on, heal up. Okay.
Once, he'd found a Superman issue #1 in mint condition in a jar he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
I gotta clip some of these later. This is why breaking things is useful. You never know what RNGesus will give you. Damn it.
A very clever engineer named Elon Muskrat had got his start making floating platforms. Not many people knew that.
I have never heard that one. Did they add new lines to this game? Elon Muskrat. I've feel sorry for any muskrats right now. Damn it. Damn it. I've never played Jump King before. I have heard it's one of those rage games, but I've never really played it.
Finally, Reynardo came to the Emperor's ship. Zenobia lay dead in front of it. The ship was a wreck. Ravens lay dead, sprawled everywhere. Bloody feathers spattered across the deck and the dock. The council speaker came out. She was waving a sword around like a flag.
Look at me, Reynardo!
She croaked. The Iblis stone on the sword was black as coal.
Now I will be Empress, and all shall tremble before me, she croaked.
So the stone had her. It was in her brain, whining for blood. I'm afraid I can't allow that, said Reynardo, and moved to fight her. Toads are not usually good with swords. Something about the footwork. And the council speaker was not even a warrior. She was always tripping over things, which is quite an impressive achievement when you're a toad. Yet somehow, she was pressing Reynardo backwards as he desperately tried to keep her sword away from his throat. Look, why don't you keep the stone? He asked. You deserve it.
Blood and souls for Iblis, she croaked. Blood and souls.
She got under his guard with her sword. It was just the tip. But sometimes just the tip is enough. He could feel his soul being sucked into the stone. As he died, he felt embarrassed more than anything else.
Yeah, that's another ending.
Just like that, he was alive again. And back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Okay, so that's 3 out of 4 truths. Didn't think I'd find them so quickly just by rolling the dice in this. But I think we have time for one more roll. I've seen Michael Rage Quit Jones play that one Crash Bandicoot level, Stormy Ascent. I do want to play the Crash Bandicoot games at some point. I do like his design. The Iblis Stone was evil, Barrett. No shit! Just one more belly roll. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we unlocked 23, 17, and 2.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the path of destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
One more
It was
jelly
time
roll.
to choose. The rebellion was in trouble.
Damn, now
Ravens
donuts
were
do sound
scouting
good.
for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer,
pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Okay, since this is the last one we'll do for this game, we're gonna do the Lapino route and see what that takes us.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time.
Lapino's frantic message said that the Ravens were going to kill him for being a rebel spy. And that he had a clever plan. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Or so Lapino had told him over the far speaker anyway.
And what happens when we leave the dice to this route?
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
You couldn't go sticking jewels in your gauntlet just anywhere. What if you dropped one and broke it? Luckily, there was a bench right here.
Okay, what do we got? Treasure Hunter level 1, said to increase chance of rare loot by 1%. I don't care about 1%. If this was 10%, maybe. 1%, no. What else we got? Yeah, we'll just keep what we got.
This one contained nothing but unmatched gloves. And something more useful.
Unmatched gloves. I'd say the only person that could make use of that would be an edgy teen. Okay, let's see. We've got to get 47 more ore for that one. 47 more ore for that one. And I'll be maxed out.
There was an inscription on the platform. Balaleka lessons, with an address.
I have no idea what that reference is. Okay, I'm just skipping over a lot of this. What is going on?
People were frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Reynardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Ravens call about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice.
Reynardo thought of the Iblis Stone and shivered. He had no business messing with ancient, cruel artifacts. What he needed was his friends around him. Clear eyes, full hearts. Can't lose.
Okay, do I take the hero sword or do I take the burning route? Let's go with the first one. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. Excuse me.
Kill the rebel! Caught one, Raven. Eat the rebel! Caught another.
Thank you for the pokes.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino.
Well, unless he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd probably pin a medal on his chest.
Now, what's interesting about the dialogue in this game is that it does change depending on what routes you go through, which I find is a really good detail. So if I'd gone to Lupino's route first when I started playing this game, I wouldn't have known all that stuff.
Reynardo hoped his mother wasn't watching.
Dang it.
Oh, wow.
Damn it. Perfect combo.
Lupino would betray him. But now Reynardo knew that. What would Lupino do if he knew that Lupino was going to betray him? Well, he'd concoct some crazy scheme, wouldn't he? That used Lupino's betrayal against him and it would blow up in his face. Yeah. Maybe he was overthinking this. Well, that would be a first.
Uh-oh.
It was good to practice your moves, thought Reynardo. To him then.
Oh, good, I can go back. Nice. Oop. Extra. Oh, Lupino's right there. Okay. I'm heading back real quick, because I want to go through that gate. Ooh. Very
The
big treasure
mysterious
chest.
sword from the east made you so fast you could catch a fly with your chopsticks. If that's what you really wanted.
Energy on kill level 2. Nice. Okay, what's the secret? Dear Zenobia, how are you enjoying the academy? New friends must have been flocking around you, no doubt. Here in this palace, things are the same. I have much time to dedicate to my special hobby. I've been collaborating with Professor Calaveras and his team of experts to investigate the nature of the islands. My gut is telling me that these islands are alive. I think they have a will of their own. Do you hear me, daughter? Our world could be more than floating masses of rock and water. Professor Calaveras and his boys have made measurements. The islands are drifting, surrounded by the endless sky, and it is difficult to notice. But though careful measurements of the wind over long periods of time, they are certain the islands are moving westward. But where to? It may take centuries, millennia, to discover the destination. I have this strange idea. What if the islands are sort of a herd, and they are deliberately searching for another herd of islands? Can you imagine new islands with their own inhabitants? The thought that may not be alone. If only I could live long enough to witness the event. With love, Father. Oh, that's why he wants to live forever. Huh. I wonder if this is going to come up in the sequel, then. The islands are alive and the hills have eyes. But remember, the hills are alive with the sound of music. With songs they have sung for 1,000 years. And that was your musical moment for me. That'll be 550.
Sorry, mustache, thought Reynardo.
Lapino.
Dirty and bloody, Reynardo finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Reynardo recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, see, this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Okay. We must consult the dice. The islands are alive. Imagine a furry musical that isn't Cats. A Disney movie? Well, let me think. How many furry Disney movies actually are musicals? There's like animals that sing, but not like anthropomorphic characters as far as I know. Huh. Interesting. Well, maybe technically Beauty and the Beast counts as a furry movie because Beast is a furry, in a sense. That's a head scratcher then. Okay. Consult the dice. Odds, we go after Zenobia. Evens, we go after the Sky Ripper. 3 odds. We're gonna go with Lapino's plan and go after Zenobia.
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Reynardo's best friend in Sword Fu school. And you're still mad for her, the rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never
Princess
told
and the
him
Frog.
who she really was.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the Master Spy.
She won't give them up easily,
She'll tell the interrogators, all right.
said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
I remember reading a
The
bunch of
city
reviews
was already under Zenobia's control.
for The Princess and the Frog, and I remember
have to
the
admire
most
her
common
efficiency.
denominator everybody
Reynardo
picked up on
shivered at the thought of
is that everybody
Zenobia
loves
at
the
the mercy of the
first third of the
interrogators.
film.
Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
That the first third of The Princess and the Frog is great, but then the rest of the film after she becomes a frog herself, the movie kind of dips a little bit, which I can kind of agree. I thought it was an interesting twist at first, but then, I don't know, I feel like you still could have gotten better results if she was still a human and he was still a frog and she was just helping him the whole time. I feel like that still could have been fun, instead of her becoming a frog too. That and her best friend in that movie was just a riot to watch whenever she was on screen.
There were a lot of shiny, smooth, curved with leather, buckles, and kind of smelled, you know what? Never mind. Yes, there was also ore and other useful stuff. Let's focus on that, shall we?
What did he find in the chest? What did he find in the chest? Did he discover someone's S&M chest? Oh god, I swear these writers. Okay,
I was practically sure he'd find something useful in one of these things.
I took the hero route sword last time. I actually see something down there. What's in the box? Oh gosh, what's in the box? What if it's Looney Tunes style musical? We haven't had a Looney Tunes style musical in a long time now that I think about it. Is it just a chest that's over there from this route? Yep, it's just a chest. Okay, I got it. Open it up, Reynardo.
Feels so close to you.
Nice. Health and ore, health and ore.
Reynardo wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
That is quite a question. I'm about to chug 3 boost drinks in one go. Oh boy, Andy. Gonna open the box. Jeez, well I hope you survive, Andy. Don't die. I mean, I've done it before. Makes me feel so bloated and comfy. I think the only thing that really makes me feel bloated most of the time is like certain foods, and then if I try one of those protein drinks. Like those really fill you out. Okay, what to use my points on? Should probably upgrade my health one last time. Or freeze time for everyone but Reynardo when countering an attack at the last second. Chant lasts a few seconds. It's so hard to choose one of these. Oh, what's this? Storm recovery. Recover from being hit almost instantly. An attack is knocked down. Huh.
Haven't you always wanted to do that?
Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Health and everything else up.
It would be fun to try out that one. And here was a handy workbench.
What we got? Energy on kill level 2 gives you 4% energy back. I don't know. I think I'll wait till it's level 3 and see what we get from it. Let's see, we need 22 more ore for either of these.
Firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough.
Chat, am I hot enough to get through the firewall? Am I? Let's see. As if there was any doubt.
This couldn't be good for global warming.
Energy on kill level 3. Oh, that's close. Dude, you have melon size. Bahonga hongas. What do you expect? Okay, so what's level 3? Killing enemies gives you 5% sword energy back. Guess if I changed it for shield breaker. Then that way I could constantly refill my HP during battle.
Ooh, sparkly, thought Reynardo.
Dang it, 15 more.
Why was Lupino urging him to capture Zenobia? Obviously it was a trap. But you never knew how Lupino thought. Sometimes his plans were so convoluted they did the exact opposite to what Lupino wanted. Yeah, there must be some way to play him, Reynardo thought.
We must go down the sewers this time.
Hey, how do you tell if someone's far away or just really small?
It's all about perspective. Oh shit. God damn it. Well, guess I got that just in time. Oh, what the? Nice.
The right jewel could really give you an edge. The wrong, well, it still looked pretty, didn't it?
Oh, send me back here. Oh, there's Lupino.
So, what's this plan of yours?
Use me as bait, said Lupino.
And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese,
A net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire.
Lupino dressing as an old blind toad, and Reynardo hiding inside a monstrous watermelon.
What could possibly go wrong? Thought Reynardo.
We're gonna have to let the dice decide this. I don't remember what happens here. Okay. Okay, the dice roll. Odds, we go with Lupino's Geese Net Fire Toad Watermelon plan. Evens, we go for the Not the Time for Harebrained Schemes plan. And we're rolling... even. Not the time for harebrained schemes.
Go ahead. I'm sure you know better, said Lupino.
Okay, let's see. Energy on kill. Said to increase chance of rare loot by 2%. Like, how often is 2% for that? That's still too low. Aye.
There had to be something useful in these things, didn't there?
Let's see what happens when we go this route. Now, this one just really closes the gap.
Not everyone knew how to use magical gems.
Ooh.
Of course, not everyone had magical gem gauntlets like he did.
Dear Zenobia, as you read this letter, you are locked in your chambers, ready to spend your last night before... Well, I know, I will not apologize. I know you are too proud to forgive me. I know you won't resist reading through You Are a Cat as much as I have tried to educate you on a proper toad. I swear to you that you have to believe me, that I did not plan all this when I adopted you. You have always been my special little kitten. That is why I'm writing this now, weeks in advance. I know you will not have the heart to do it in the night of the sacrifice. If I think of you as my daughter, then I may change my mind. You must think I am selfish, and yes, I am selfish. Sad little toad that is afraid to die, but what I am doing will ultimately serve the greater good. I want the power, I want it all, and so will I keep my subjects content, peace for eternity. Even though you hate me now, you can still respect that. You have to. It is the only way I can forgive myself for doing this to you. I'll miss you for eternity. Tomorrow, try not to make a scene. Everyone will be watching. Still with love, Father. Interesting. Oop. I guess I'll take away the shield breaker. Your hits cause shield grunts to take damage and propel away their shields like projectiles. Now let's try that then. Nope, no skill. Okay.
Reynardo slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up at her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She became smoke. And he noticed he had a blade to his throat. Stay a while. Heard a familiar voice. Did you really think you could capture me? Zenobia said as her ship lifted off. Now I just wanted some privacy. Reynardo said, did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? And he told her why. His Imperial Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make him immortal. But to seal the bargain, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. You're lying. She was furious. You can't prove that. I can. And so, they set sail for the Nexus.
Oh, no choice this time. Interesting.
The scientists at the observatory have resurrected one of his victims. Well, he's not exactly alive, but it can talk, and it can't lie. You took a big risk. You know, I could just cast a spell to make you tell me where the rebel base is. And you wouldn't consider that cheating? She frowned. Ugh, fine. Let's go get your witness. The rebellion had started after atrocities that the Empire hushed up. Reynardo had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred for one book. He had slept in a burnt village. Dead kittens and puppies had come to tell him what the Emperor had done to them.
Well, that's tragic.
Imagine getting a horse up in one of these things. He would be cursing a blue streak.
Is that a reference to something? Wait, is that a reference to the blue horse that's in Denver? Cursing a blue streak? That's still weird.
Sometimes, Reynardo really hated inanimate objects.
I'm gonna go back the other way. Ooh, blue door. I got ice cream. Aw. Too many things sound good to me right now. Well, that's why Zelda does that. They hate inanimate objects, so that explains things. Why Link kills so many pots. Well, there was a line that they said before. He's not just destroying pots. He's giving business to all the pottery. To all the pot makers. He was a job creator. I always thought that was funny.
It was time for a little exploration.
Okay, where does this one go? Okie dokie. Thanks for coming in, dude. If you're gonna lurk the rest of the stream, that's also good. And I hope you have a good sleep if you do fall asleep. And thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Bum. That was close. I almost lost my combo.
This jewel was more than sparkly. It had arcane power and an engraving. To Cindy.
It was Cindy. At school, we learned the gospel of the Transcendent Emperor, the last divinity to pierce the skies. He would banish the evil old gods and grant us the gift of time, but what one man divine as he would be, create something as intricate as time. I have my own theory. I believe that time is a symptom rather than a gift. I am convinced that on a cosmic scale there is a pendulum motion between order and chaos. The Transcendent Emperor ended chaos and started the age we live in, the age of cause and effect of fact and logic. Time is merely a tapestry upon which these laws manifest themselves. It is the foundation of the order's companion, entropy. But in the age of chaos, when the old gods reign, perception carries more weight than facts, emotions can shape worlds, and time ceases to exist. The age of order is ending. I am merely helping in the inevitable. Entropy has been broken, fate has been breached, the end of time is coming, and I shall embrace it. Emperor Isengrim III's Secret Journal. Whom he just left out here randomly. You guys saw that one YouTube vid, sort of live action Link go into the building full of pots and goes nuts on the pots while the guard is in there and emoting to Link not to break the pots, please. I think that was like that one violinist who did that one. Yeah, the girl musician. Yeah, she was the violinist who danced. Yeah, she was really cool for a while. She had like a really good career on YouTube for a while. I remember she originally was part of X Factor once. I think she made it to the finals, but then she lost to somebody else.
Don't look down, he thought.
I remember she was a really cool performance artist. Oh, I'm back here again. Damn it.
She caught up with him. Don't you think I'd know if my father started practicing black magic? Why? Would you want to join in? Oh, no, I'd destroy his books and... All right, I suppose I wouldn't. She stopped, troubled. He ran on. Who made all these ore chests anyway? Well, you could have quite a business doing that.
That is one question I've always wondered in playing RPGs. Who puts the treasure chests in the dungeons? And why are some of them such cheap bastards?
Scientists on this island had been investigating the Emperor's dark ritual on their own. They were neutral in the civil war engulfing the Empire, but they could see that the dark magics the old Toad had loosed were changing the world. Reynardo hoped he and Zenobia weren't putting them in danger.
I need 4 more. 4 more to upgrade either of these. Okay, then we've done... finally got the elemental resistance one.
There was an inscription. No
Oh,
speak.
shit. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, can I have gone that other way? Shit. Oh, wait, I already did. That's why. Damn it.
The worst thing about ravens was, they never dropped any loot, and no one ever wanted the feathers.
Yeah, that's true. They don't drop any loot. Uh-oh. I think we're too late.
It wasn't his fault. They looked so breakable. The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had taken care to burn the reanimated witness to cinders. Zenobia stared around, shocked. The scientists had been neutral. They had no part in the rebellion. "Take me to your council," she said, shaken. "I have things to tell them." It was what Reynardo had gambled on. The Zenobia would turn against her father once she knew his madness. But the rebel base was secret. Could he really risk taking the Emperor's daughter there?
Okay, before we make a decision, we have another ad break coming up, so 3 minutes, everybody. Get a drink, get a snack, use the bathroom, need to. I'll back off these messages, so stay tuned. And for those between, we'll listen to some lovely music. Stretch. Okay, we're back. Okay, now we are going to see where the dice takes us. Are we going to trick her and take her to somewhere else, or are we going to take her to the actual base? Okay, we're going to roll the dice. Odds, we lead her off the trail. Evens, we take her to the rebel base. Odds, we're not going to take her.
Reynardo reached Lapino by Farspeaker Toad.
No, we should take her to the base.
Insisted Lapino. No, I don't trust her. Nobody changes sides that fast, said Reynardo.
I better go to the base. Let them know you've got her.
Lapino said.
For some reason, Reynardo wasn't sure that was a good idea.
Just meet me at the far side of the mountains. There's a shuttle here I can take,
Always has to be your way, doesn't it?
said Lapino. Zenobia was still shaking as they got out. I didn't know, she said. The Ravens kept it secret. At first they sacrificed prisoners, then villages near the frontier, and then an orphanage. Kittens and puppies. Sometimes he'd come back to the palace and it was like there were glowing things behind his eyes. I was so busy. I'll clear a path for us, Reynardo told Zenobia, so the Ravens don't see you.
Okay. Speed increases further, also freezes surrounding enemies.
Wow. The sword felt even colder.
Nice. Now we just gotta build up and finish off the
Smashing
others.
things was fun.
Smashing things is fun. Ah, damn it.
This would be the perfect place for a tic-tac-toe board.
It would be. Okay, I didn't take the frozen route last time, so I guess I'll take that route this time. Oh. Oh, thank goodness I can go back this time.
He needed some way to break the ice with this wall, so to speak.
There's nothing over here. Weird. gone this way before. I can't remember. Why would they put a door there for this? There's nothing here unless there's a glitch or something. I guess I'll do this way then. Hey, Billow Mimic. Nice.
Zenobia came up as he massaged his sore arm. Her eyes were wet. He's been saying strange things. He asked me to do experiments. And some were wrong.
They are banished, right? Said Reynardo. Gone forever. I mean, he couldn't actually bring the old gods back, could he? She didn't answer him. That frightened him more than anything.
Before I kill you guys, Reynardo said, do you let me know so I can do this smoothie around here?
Oh, Reynardo and your little clips. Yes?
Can you get the animals fresh water next time you go?
Okay. Yay, level up. And I realized I could have gone for that thing over there. Dang it. Dang it, I missed so much treasure down there.
Really bring out your eyes.
Enemy. My
These
eyes!
platforms are great. Reynardo wanted one for his house.
But at least they look great.
I'll just have a dash, thought Reynardo.
sure I've been this way. Yeah, I've already read this one.
Hoped his hook didn't break.
Thank you, Winter Sword. Yay! Two giant boxes of really great treasure. Meow. Treasure Hunter level 3, nice.
A magical jewel. Reynardo
Elemental
couldn't
resistance
wait
level
to find a
2.
workbench.
Nice. Such a cool sword. They've already done a lot of Frost jokes with this thing already. No, my sword energy. I think one of the last ones was it was an ice door. You just had to know how to break the ice with it.
Reynardo wondered if he should have taken Zenobia to the rebel base for real. Maybe she wasn't playing him after all. After the bleak talk about the Emperor's dark secrets, he was regretting his suspicions.
Okay, 1 point. Let's do... Yeah, let's increase health. Finally get that over with.
They came up on an empty shack. He gestured her in. "Where's the base?" she asked, confused. "I thought we could talk a bit first."
Oh, you think I'm playing you?
She was furious. "I'm betraying my father who picked me out of an alley, and you think I'm playing you?" She lashed out. Her claws sliced fire into his face. Energy boiled in her other paw. But before she could kill him, he slashed his sword into her heart. She staggered. "I could have loved you, you son of a bitch." And then she died. Reynardo stood there for hours, unable to move. Finally, a ship landed near him. Lapino had brought the Farfarer. On board the Farfarer, Lapino couldn't stop grinning. "I can't believe you actually killed her." "Why didn't I trust her?" Reynardo said. All he could feel was emptiness. "You killed the Emperor's daughter. You might want to run for it, if you care whether you live or die, that is." Since Reynardo didn't, he grabbed the wheel, and he sailed for the Imperial fleet. Reynardo had never felt worse. Zenobia had listened to him. He had trusted him. She had opened her eyes to her father's evil. Done everything he had hoped for. And he had taken her to a dirty shack. Was he so used to lying that he couldn't trust even the girl he had always loved? Where was a workbench when you needed one? Oh, never mind.
Well, I'll just put my depression on hold for killing the woman I loved and work on a workbench. Increase rare loot by 3%. Jesus Christ. Increases resistance to spell damage by 30%. Ooh, that's a good one.
Ugh.
I do like getting sword energy back. It's always so hard to choose. Still gotta get 81 more pieces of ore to upgrade this thing permanently. No, sadly the talk didn't work out. I made the wrong choice there. The ice sword will help Reynardo break the ice. That's a good one. Okay, now to see where we go this time. Okay, I could go the usual way. But I do want to go this way again, see where it goes.
Had that door been open before?
Critical chance level 3. Nice. Finally got it. Dang it. So apparently, one of the biggest mysteries of this game apparently is that the floating islands are constantly heading west, very slowly. And that the Emperor wanted to figure out where they were going. Huh. I wonder if it'll be addressed in the sequel. I guess we'll find out if we play the demo.
He could see the rebels reeling back as he plunged into the ranks of the Ravens. He'd had to kill the girl he loved, but he'd also blown the biggest opportunity they could have had, to turn the Emperor's daughter against him. Oh, Reynardo could only laugh miserably. He was taking crazy chances now, swinging wildly. He expected the Ravens to take him at any moment, but they were running in fear. No one wants to fight a man who doesn't care if he lives. No one wants to fight a hero.
This thing really needed a roof.
Damn it. Goodbye.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
was exhausted. Could barely think. He wanted to stop thinking. The rebels were already finished, and he was the last. The Ravens were coming for him personally now, in waves. It didn't matter. He was slick with his own blood, but it didn't matter. In the distance, he could see her, embraced by a halo of light, holding her hand out to him. Had she forgiven him? Would she take him to the halls of the Valiant? Then he felt steel in his belly, and his chest, and his back. And he lay down, and he couldn't see her anymore.
Oh, damn it. He lost again, and died. But there was burning Ubar behind him. He still had all his destinies ahead of him. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
The new truth has been revealed. Zenobia still had feelings for Reynardo. Four out of 4 truths unlocked. And then apparently if you follow the path predetermined by these, you should unlock the true ending. Or you can look through all these other possible endings that they have. Okay. And I think that's all we're gonna do for stories tonight. Win the battle, lose the cutscene. Yeah, it's very true. And if you guys want to see the true ending for yourself, you are more than capable of getting the game. It's actually pretty cheap right now. I think it's like, what, 15 bucks or something? Oh, that's what it was like years ago. Wonder how much it costs now. Let's see. Stories, Path of Destiny's price. Usually $15, or it goes on sale for $3 to $5. Oh, cool. Or you can bundle it with Omen Sight and get the next game. I do have to get Omen Sight at some point. I have always wanted to play that one. Okay then. So, now that we're done with stories, we are going to try out the demo to its sequel. Which I know is technically a tiny bit of a spoiler, but it's still fun. Quit to main menu. Okay then. And open that. Close that. Okay. And now I am going to get the demo ready, which is currently only available on Steam. So I got to turn off the PS5, which I have to do for the protest anyway. And I have to get this set up, so it's going to take me just a minute. Okay, let's put on some music for now. There we go. So what y'all think of the game so far? Is it something you'd want to support the studio with? And if you don't want to play this one, they do have another game called Omen Sight, which is kind of like this one, but it's a lot more grittier. And yes, there are like 28 different cutscene endings. And even though the game doesn't really have any boss battles or anything, I still find it really fun because the charm of it really makes up for a lot of it. Ooh. Though to this day, I still have not gotten all of the endings. I kind of want to do a playthrough where I do get all of the endings for the game. Kind of want to play it now if it weren't on PS5 only for me due to protest coming soon. Well, it's also on Steam and Switch and Xbox. It's basically on everything. You can pretty much get it anywhere. I got it originally on PlayStation 4 years ago, and I just transferred it to the PS5 today. PS5 controller out of there. Hook that over there. There we go. Okay, controller is in. Let me put away the video capture. There we go. Not Switch, actually? That's weird. I thought it was on Switch. Let me check again. Stories, Path of Destinies. Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Huh. Surprising. I thought it was on Switch at some point. Maybe the sequel was.
Oh.
Or maybe Oben's site was. At least I thought it would be. Ooh. I figured this would have been perfect for Switch. Oh well. So, PlayStation, Microsoft, and Steam. Okay. Where'd the music go? What happened to the music? Can everybody hear me? That's weird. Okay. Okay. That's weird. Why isn't the music playing? Volume mixer, output device. Oh. That was weird. Strange. Put it through the other thing then. Insignia. There we go. I just gotta switch this up. Sorry about the trouble. Just gotta set everything up. Okay, let's see. Hopefully that works. Okay then. Make sure everything's still working. Launch the game. Get it out of full screen. settings. Okay, windowed. Apply. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Oh my god, everything's on ultra. Jesus, okay. Okay, input. Okay, controller works. Okay, VSync disabled. You can play now, but waiting may reduce stutters. Okay. Okay, it's loading first. Recompiling shaders. Okay. That's what's happening. I wonder what that was for a second. Okay. Game capture. Not sure how long this demo goes on for, but we'll see how it goes. Drink all three and my belly looks so round. If only I could rub it. If only we could belly bump. Mamaru cameo. What would a Mamaru like me look like? I know you all have been dying for me to make a more busty boy version of myself. So that's one day. Let's see. Okay, turn off the music. Get the dice roll ready. So I do want to apply it to this game for now. Okay, looks like we're still good. Bitrate is still good. Okay, everybody, let's see how well the Ever After Again demo, A Story's Adventure, does. New game, empty space, create new file, yes.
Once upon a time, the dread sky pirate Reynardo defeated the mad emperor Isengrim. He had the unexpected help of Isengrim's beautiful adopted daughter, the sorceress Zenobia. She fell in love with our hero, and together they destroyed evil. Well, her help hadn't been entirely unexpected. You see, Reynardo had the Book of Destinies, a magical codex that would show you the consequences of your choices before you made them. So he was able to woo Zenobia, suss out the treachery of his old pal Lupino, avoid dying, and importantly, not accidentally destroy the universe. Handy thing, the Book of Destinies. That was 10 years ago. Zenobia had got herself elected mayor of a small city-state on the fringes of the Empire, on an island called Avalon. So Reynardo had to settle down and stop pirating, being the city's respectable first gentleman instead of a rogue and pirate. Well, let's just say Reynardo had been playing a lot of canasta. Late one morning, as Reynardo was picking dead blossoms off his prize-winning chrysanthemums, he heard the rumble of distant thunder. At the horizon was a looming cloud. A thick, dark mass. Purple lightning shot out of it. That was odd. The sky was otherwise perfectly
Stop
clear.
pirating
Why
games.
did the cloud remind him of the long-dead emperor?
Oh, right, because 10 years ago, the Emperor's fleet had moved in a dark cloud like that, powered by his evil magic. Back then, Reynardo had used the Book of Destinies to defeat him, but the Emperor was gone, and the Imperial fleet was rotting away at the Imperial Navy Yards. What direction were the yards? Oh. Oh dear. I'd better go warn Zenobia, Reynardo said to himself. To rescue her? Not. He mumbled to himself, because he don't know what to do. And so he grabbed an old practice sword out of his umbrella stand, and he ran to find his beloved wife at City Hall.
I think Reynardo is either in his 30s or his 40s in this.
Reynardo didn't remember his house being this far from City Hall. When they'd bought it, he'd been able to run all the way there without breaking a sweat. Now he was huffing and puffing. It must be that City Hall had moved somehow. Surely not that he was completely out of shape.
He is kind of thick for an old fox. Okay, the camera movement's a little quick. Let's see if I can try to... let's see, music effects, narration... camera. I guess I'll have to figure out a way to modify that later. Okay, it isn't early demo, so the movement's a little stiff right now, so...
He'd almost forgotten how fun jumping was.
We can jump now! We're finally not isometric! We're 3D! That's cool. I can't double jump. Oh, we have a parry now.
And as he ran, panting, he noticed glowing eyes staring at him, and a familiar stench. Monsters. Not like the Emperor's raven soldier back in the day. But the Emperor had died. He'd blown himself up with a sky ribbon. A legendary weapon.
Okay.
Wow, that was good. Was it good for you?
Good enough. Okay, the grading system's gonna make me laugh. I like this. And you guys can't see the game at all. Crap. I just realized this looking at the OBS. Shit. How do we do this? Resolution scale. Crap. Crap. Why is it only showing the UI?
Reynardo leapt, and his knees did not like that.
Okay, you guys can see the menu stuff, but you can't see the actual game. Why do I feel like we've been here before? Okay, let's see. Video. Resolution scale 100. What is the thing? You guys can see the menu, but you can't see the actual gameplay. What is up with this? Do I have to put it at full, like windowed full screen? Nope, that still does that. Okay, let's see. Okay, back to windowed. Okay. What if I apply... No, you still can't. You can barely see the video. What is with this? Okay. If I make it smaller? No, you guys still can't see that. What is with the settings for this? Okay, apply that. What if I turn down the graphics to medium? No, you guys still can't see it. What am I missing here? Game capture, what are you doing? Capture a specific window. Allow transparency. Why was allow transparency on? Why is it always the simplest of things? Okay. So apparently the allow transparency thing was on in the OBS for some reason. Okay. Put this back to high. Okay. Okay, and since you guys missed a bit of it, I'm just gonna restart the demo. Okay. The animations are kind of cute.
Reynardo didn't remember his house being this far from City Hall. When they'd bought it, he'd been able to run all the way there without breaking a sweat. Now he was huffing and puffing. It must be that City Hall had moved somehow. Surely not that he was completely out of shape.
Surely he wasn't completely out of shape. Surely he wasn't getting older. We can see him prance now. Yeah, the animations are a little stiff right now, so hopefully they can fix that later, so.
Reynardo was used to jumping a little higher.
Jump, 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 jump. What if I go off the edge?
Where Reynardo went next, we cannot follow. Well, yet.
Well, that was morbid. Okay, so I can fall off the edge in this one.
Reynardo didn't remember his house being this far from City Hall. When they'd bought it, he'd been able to run all the way there without breaking a sweat. Now he was huffing and puffing. It must be that City Hall had moved somehow. Surely not that he was completely out of shape.
We just got right up in there. I am respectfully staring.
He jumped. Ow.
Okay, parry. Yeah, the attack animation's pretty cool. Now the stream is rated R because he used to be a pirate. Let me smash things.
Woohoo!
Chicken.
And as he ran, panting, he noticed glowing lights and a familiar stench. Monsters. A lot like the Emperor's Raven soldier back in the day. But the Emperor had died. He'd blown himself up with the Sky Ripper, a legendary weapon.
I gotta restart that. Sorry. I could blow up the chickens? If you complete game doesn't let us smash
Reynardo
pumpkins,
didn't
0 out of
remember
10.
his house being this far from City Hall. When they'd bought it, he'd been able to run all the way there without breaking a sweat. Now he was huffing
I
and
get the
puffing.
feeling the devs will
It must be
actually
that
listen
City
to
Hall had
these.
moved somehow. Surely not that he was completely out of shape. He reminded himself not to step in his own cape. And as he ran, panting, he noticed glowing eyes staring at him, and a familiar stench. Monsters. A lot like the Emperor's Raven soldier back in the day. But the Emperor had died. He'd blown himself up with the Sky Ripper, a legendary weapon. They hadn't warned him about exploding poultry at Swordfu School.
Yeah. Okay, that didn't work out too well.
After the last enemy hit the ground, Reynardo thought up some much better moves.
What? Oh, I did great this time. Yay! Even though I damaged myself horribly.
Crafting dust? Sweet!
Next page.
Reynardo fought his way into the city square. To his horror, monsters were surrounding old McInerney, the beloved village cobbler. Old Mac made shoes that fell apart as soon as it rained, but everyone loved him. Old Mac was shouting,
"Maybe you can eat me, but a hero will come and defeat you."
Reynardo was about to jump in with a hearty ta-ta-ta-ta, when Old Mac added,
Pirate King's gonna cook all y'all chickens for sure.
"The Pirate King?" And not Reynardo. Fortunately, the monsters squawked at each other and ran off, as if they'd received some sort of telepathic message. Old Mac ran to Reynardo.
Well, thanks a bunch, son.
I know, I thought that was Filipino for a second,
I
too.
never dreamed you'd come. People been saying you're enjoying your retirement, trimming chrysanthemums and playing canasta.
The Pirate King? Seriously? Said Reynardo between fits of outraged coughing.
He got a big old fleet, ain't he?
Cried old McInerney.
And pirates. You can't fight all them critters all by your lonesome, can you?
He handed Reynardo an ornate engraved business card with gold embossing.
Give him a call.
And he scurried off. Raposo the Fox, said. Pirate King, looting, sacking, and shenanigans of a scurvy nature. Red Dragon Inn, Beachy Head. I'd rather eat kale, mumbled Reynardo. The Pirate King was his little brother. Irresponsible, unreliable, reckless. Honestly, a huge glory hog. He hadn't been the one to save the Empire, had he? Well, Reynardo would rescue Zenobia and see what she had to say. Reynardo could see City Hall from here. He hoped Zenobia was safe in there. Who doesn't like to pounce?
I can smash the pumpkins.
Don't forget to tip your waitresses. Reynardo loved a little run and jump. Reynardo felt vindicated.
I did superb. Nice. Next page.
Reynardo ran up to the library at City Hall.
Reynardo wants to
Zenobia
be like
and the old
Tigger.
mystical sage Calaveras were poring over an enormous book. "Oh, you're safe!" Reynardo shouted and ran to embrace his beloved wife. But she only whisked her teacup away, chiding, "Oh, for goodness sake, darling, don't spill tea on the book. There's a giant dark cloud with lightning heading straight for us," warned Reynardo. "I know," she said, unperturbed. "That's why I asked Calaveras to bring in the Book of Destinies. We'll need it." "Yes!" shouted Reynardo. "No more canasta." "Canasta?" asked Zenobia. "I mean, yes. I will defeat the approaching evil cloud, whether it's a fleet or, like, whatever." Calaveras hopped the Book of Destinies over to him. It was an ancient codex that allowed you to live through your life multiple times, make different choices, and find out what would happen. So you could not make them, if it turned out they would kill you. Reynardo was not great at thinking things through, but with the book, he could live through a future and see how it worked out.
"Read the appendix,
Said Calaveras.
where it says cards.
The old wise-toed scholar turned the pages of the book to the very end.
Remember those cards you got every time you went through a whole story? They can give you powers.
The old toad showed him one of the cards from his adventures 10 years ago.
You threw most of them away, but you kept some as bookmarks.
Where does it say
Never-ending
anything about
storybook.
powers? Asked Reynardo, reading the card.
Turn it over.
There was writing on the back. Wow. He'd missed that 10 years ago. Powers, you say? That's amazing, said Reynardo. Let's go. I'm ready. And he realized he'd been ready for, about 10 years. Go where? Asked his wife. Said Reynardo.
I have calculated where the dark cloud is going.
Croaked Calaveras.
Long ago, the transcendent emperor sealed an evil god in a crystal, protected by beams of light. That crystal is in a temple. I fear whoever is behind the cloud intends to kidnap
They
that
never
god
really say how
so
old
they
he
can take
is
its
in the stories,
power.
but I think
Yikes,
he's either
thought
between
Reynardo.
like his 30s or his 50s.
Said it
right
out
now.
loud. I have faith in you, dear, said Zenobia. With the book, you can learn what we need to do, like 10 years ago. I'm gonna be dying a lot, aren't I? Said Reynardo. Like 10 years ago. Temporarily dying, she shrugged. Doesn't exactly tickle, grumbled Reynardo. But then he thought about what old McInerney had said. Seek help from his brother, the Pirate King. A fleet of pirates could be useful if he was going to fight an Imperial fleet. And even his layabout brother would be willing to fight a cloud of darkness and evil. Wouldn't he? The Book of Destinies could tell him what to do.
Choose your reward. Grappling hook, pull enemies over. Chance of stunning enemies with landing attacks. Chance to make enemies bleed when attacking with a weapon. I'll go with the grappling hook. Use the Book of Destiny to start an adventure. You'll return here after each tale with new cards and knowledge to help defeat Dark Cloud. Visit the Destiny Connection to review your progress, recollect your completed adventures, and see what knowledge you have unlocked. Use the altar to equip and upgrade cards. Visit it now by equipping... Blah, blah, blah.
I have calculated where the dark cloud is going.
Oh, good. Think?
Long ago, the transcendent, the fate of the
Books.
you.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, we can't go out. Altar, equip cards. Got 109 crafting thingies. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is everything I can take into the next story path with me. Increase the chance of critical hits. Okay, upgrade. Increase maximum mana, increase damage to stunned enemies, increase maximum health. Let's go with health. Pirate Cutlass, swift melee strikes. Ooh, we get different weapons this time. Ranged weapon with widespread, sweeping heavy strikes. Hero sword. Okay. Precision fluke. Increases chance for critical attacks. Projectile that deals fire damage on impact. Okay. I should probably keep the sword first, so I can get used to everything. Okay, so we haven't unlocked any stories yet. Leave and explore the Book of Destinies. Confirmed.
Bringing down the Dark Cloud probably wouldn't be simple. Reynardo would need to use the Book of Destinies to reach into the future and learn the right path to victory. The hero path. He could go to his brother, the Pirate King. Raposo could help, if he wanted to. But Raposo was immature, rash, headstrong, liked to leap before he looked. Even if Raposo agreed to help, could Reynardo count on him? Their mother had sent Raposo out for milk once, and he'd come back a month later with gummy bears. Or Reynardo could go to the ancient tomb, where the transcendent emperor had sealed an evil god. Whoever was inside the dark cloud, they couldn't be allowed to get in and capture it. I thought he was hair stand up. His head looked really big. On the other hand, tangling with an evil god without help, that seemed foolhardy, even by Reynardo's standards.
Coming soon. Okay, so I have to choose Find the Pirate King. Okay. We don't really get that much choice since this is demo after all. But before we continue on, we've got another ad break coming up, so 3 minutes everybody. Get a drink, get a snack, use the bathroom when you need to. We'll break off these messages, so stay tuned. And there we go. Okay, we'll just listen to some music in the meantime. Kermit the Frog has a bit of a cigarette habit. Okay, Reed. Thank you for coming in. And I hope you have a good night. Have a good sleep. Yeah, give me the belly pokes. And have a good night, Reed. Thank you very much for coming in. I hope you have a good sleep. Okay, then. Okay. So we have to choose his brother
Reynardo
first.
had given up being a sky pirate 10 years ago when Zenobia had become mayor. He'd had to settle down. But his brother Raposo was still pirating. They'd been so close as children. But they'd grown apart after Reynardo went off to swordfu school. And they really hadn't talked much after Reynardo became a hero and the Emperor blew himself up. What had Raposo been up to? He sent letters from time to time, but they were so long. Well, they'd catch up when he got to the Red
Also
Dragon
joining Echo
Inn.
as well. One sec. Oh, I think I know what it is. It's the, let's see. It's the game capture itself, I think. Just mute that for now. Okay, here we go. Did that solve the echo?
For me? Monsters again? Seriously? The pirates probably liked being this close to the Chaos Horns. No tourists. After the last enemy hit the ground, Reynardo thought of some much better moves.
Superb. Nice. Can I get over there somehow?
I'm flying, Reynardo thought for a moment.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my dodge.
The Red Dragon Inn was up ahead. Reynardo remembered many happy nights there when he'd been a pirate, eating samosas and drinking. And to be honest, he didn't remember all of them.
What is a
These
samosa?
days, he only drank kombucha at home, alone. He longed for the call of booty. And in this corner, Reynardo, hero of the floating world. Orange is the new black, he snickered.
Oh.
Well, now you're foxed.
Did he say foxed? I was about to say, did he just swear? Whoa, what the... What's with the... Why am I sliding? Okay, let's see. Okay, so if I just hold that, then it does that. Why am I sliding, though? That's weird. Okay, now I'm no longer sliding. Okay. Things to smash.
He loved how the crafting dust sparkled.
Oh. I have no mouth and I must meow.
An all-powerful mechanical intelligence torments a trio of cats in this nightmarish novella. If you don't like cats, this is the book for you.
Okay, I'm gonna love the reference humor.
Not available in stores, Reynardo thought. Vamos, said Reynardo, though he wasn't sure what it meant.
Damn it.
Reynardo was an old fox in a hurry. A for effort, D for dead.
I killed those guys great. Okay, let's see. There's the page.
Which card to upgrade next? Which?
Okay, that straightens up my camera. Now, what's up here? And nothing.
Reynardo reached the tavern. He could hear the sounds of chairs breaking and crockery shattering. A hedgehog came flying through the front door, knocking it off its hinges. Must be Tuesday, thought Reynardo as it scurried off. All-you-can-eat crawdad samosas. Arr! Add it to my tab, his brother said, as he came outside to scratch himself behind an ear. And there he was, Raposo, Reynardo's baby brother, all grown up now. A proper pirate. In fact, he looked a lot like Reynardo, except younger, slimmer. And he had both of his eyes. Reynardo, said his brother. How wonderful. Did you come to return my fishing rod? I need to borrow your fleet, said Reynardo. The Imperial Navy is going to an ancient temple to release an evil god. You want my fleet? His brother grinned, the way he always did when he was about to make Reynardo's life complicated. I'll race you for it. Race his brother? Not a problem. Reynardo had always beaten him when they were growing up. On the other hand, it might be less wearing to talk it out, wouldn't it? Conserve his energy. And Reynardo had always been able to talk his younger brother into doing things.
Okay, we don't really get a choice in this one, so we're gonna have to race him.
You challenge me, so I decide the terms and conditions. Pirate law, said his brother. What? You challenge me, said Reynardo. But the pirate was already swaggering back into the inn. Reynardo followed him inside, just as his brother fired his pistol at the ceiling. Listen up, scallywags, said Raposo. My brother, the former rogue and sky pirate, lately a respectable gentleman, has challenged me to a race for my pirate fleet. That's you lot, he laughed. The first fox to get to Smuggler's Cove commands my fleet. Second prize is a set of steak knives. The pirates started cheering. Reynardo gave a thumbs up as they started an old sky shanty about how it was a glorious thing to be a pirate king. He turned around. His brother was already gone. He tricked me, howled Reynardo at the pirates, but they were already launching into the second verse.
I mean, come on,
Reynardo left
Reynardo,
the inn before
pirate.
they could finish. He'd take it out on the monsters. What a rush! A goggler. Apparently not extinct after all.
Well, there he goes.
He rarely wished he was a rabbit, but at times.
Anything down here? And nothing.
See you in hell, he told the chicken. You never got to smash stuff at home.
Well, if you have a chance to smash stuff, you might as well do it. Okay, let's see. I've got 304 things. I can upgrade some things, or I can unlock a thing. We can finally use the grappling hook. Okay. So left and right bumpers are those things.
Raposo was surprisingly fast. When had he ever been this fast? Reynardo would have to beat these monsters quickly to win this race, but he just kept getting in his way. Stupid monsters. Come over here! Chickens started loading poultry at swordfish school.
Why do the chickens explode?
You think chickens are defenseless? Yeah, well, whatever. Roll up for the magical mystery tour. Step right this way. If chickens ever develop thumbs, foxes are in a heap of trouble. The spell fizzled.
Crap.
Reynardo wondered if the next hit would kill him.
Ah, dang it. Chance any of these have
shiny.
healing? No, they do not. Crap.
Reynardo finally made it to Smuggler's Cove, the town the pirates called home. His brother was already in the town square. He'd taken the trouble to set up a chair and table so that he could put his boots up on the table. Some of the pirates from the Red Dragon were there too. How? Let's all give a round of applause to my brother. A for effort, laughed Raposo, and the pirates all cheered their king. Reynardo looked away to stare out at the old, familiar town. So he was the first to see the smoke curling in the air above the other end of it. Something was on fire. Reynardo could earn the pirates' trust and respect by helping them save their town. Then, Raposo would have to help them fight the Imperial fleet. On the other hand, as soon as the pirates started to put the fire out, Reynardo could pull his brother aside for a proper duello.
Oh, so we actually get a choice here. Yeah, the character animations are a bit stiff right now. This is an early access demo right now, so they have time to work on it, hopefully. Okay, so I guess for once we get to choose. Let's see. Get rid of that. Okay, we're going to consult the dice. Odds, we're going to put out the fire. Evens, we're going to fight our brother. Evens, we're going to fight our brother.
Reynardo shouted, "The town is on fire!" The pirates laughed at this obvious distraction, until Raposo sniffed the air and said quietly, "The town is on fire." Then They all ran away to put out the fire. Reynardo dramatically walked away from his brother. He drew his sword quietly. I guess I'm just not as good as running away as you are, he said to the air. Why don't we duel over your fleet, like proper pirates? But his brother had run off. Reynardo had no idea dealing with his brother would involve so much running.
Okay, I got my HP back, thank goodness.
Reynardo couldn't wait to get to the next altar to use his crafting dust. These soldiers look tougher than the previous ones. Meaner, too.
No problem.
Reynardo had a beef with gravity. Who else wants some, huh?
Okay. Continue the story.
Reynardo's blood was boiling. He'd been chasing the Pirate King all over Smuggler's Cove. The town was huge. The dust kind of smelled like raspberries. Oh, a psychic told me I'd kill you guys one day.
Oh, crap. Nope.
If my dad could only see me now, thought Reynardo. He'd probably laugh and point. There's no I in team,
damn it.
Reynardo thought.
Okay. That was close, but I did great.
Reynardo felt springy.
I wonder if I got a double jump later. Okay, I've got 208, so I can upgrade. Increase maximum health or increase chance of critical. Okay, hold the attack button to charge attack now.
If the
And I
islands
died.
can float, why not me? Reynardo complained. Frogs had nothing on Reynardo.
Okay, do I have to do that again? No, I don't. Okay. On to the next page.
The Pirate King led them to a secluded area of the town. You can't run forever, shouted Reynardo. You're right! The Pirate King stopped and turned. He swaggered over. They were soon snout to snout. Reynardo felt he was looking in the mirror, except that the mirror was much better looking. And he still had both his eyes. So they fought. After a while, the Pirate King dropped to his knees. I can't anymore, he sobbed. Control of his brother's fleet was within his reach. Among pirates, whoever defeats the leader becomes the leader. He could strike his brother down and take over his fleet. Reynardo was no kinslayer in real life. But this was only the Book of Destinies, right? His brother would come to no harm in real life. But Raposo was his kid brother. And more practically, he knew the pirate fleet better than Reynardo. Better to keep him alive. Maybe he could help.
Oh, this is interesting. Now that Reynardo is more aware of the Book of Destiny's properties, now he's questioning whether or not he can actually do these things. Okay. Odds. We kill our brother. Evens, we spare him. Okay, I was kind of hoping that wouldn't happen, but apparently we hit odds. Apparently I'm about to be a kinslayer.
The Pirate King's body fell limp to the ground. What have you done? Zenobia looked sick. His heart sank.
Look, I'm just testing out a choice in the Book of Destinies.
He didn't like how he sounded while he said it. A crowd of pirates was gathering around him. I've defeated your leader. By pirate law, I am now your leader. The crowd rushed towards Reynardo and started punching and kicking him.
It's defeat the leader, not kill the leader, you psycho!
Oh, right. That was how the rule went, thought Reynardo, until he couldn't breathe anymore.
Reynardo was beaten to death by pirates. Well, I unlocked one story ending. Choose your reward. You just got beaten to death by pirates. Here's your reward. Dodge at last second to slow down time and hit harder. Consume health to cast spells when out of mana. Projectile that leaves a zone that slows enemies for a power. I think I'll go with Escape Artist. Book of Destinies has shown you but one possible end. The true hero's path yet lies within its pages. Okay, so that was one potential path we go through.
You killed your brother. It's the Book of Destinies. You try stuff out. So, if the Book of Destinies told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it? Obviously.
Her facial animations
I
are
did
so
stupider
weird.
stuff, even before I got the Book of Destinies. He's better looking than me, isn't he? Your brother? I mean, he's younger, slimmer, he has both his eyes. I don't really look at him like that. How can you not? And he takes better care of his fur. You could use conditioner. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's the Book of Destinies. You try stuff out. Still, it's not like him. I only killed him in the book. I know, but wouldn't you kill me if that was the only way to save the world? You're not saying no, are you? Maybe you're rubbing off on me, but I don't like it.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's the Book of... Oh, he's better look... I mean, how... You could see...
The fate of the world is at stake.
Can I read any of the books? I guess not. Okay, at least we know how the game goes so far. Okay, then. Well, I don't really see the point in saving, but... Well, guess I might as well save for now just in case, but hey. Okay. I'd have to say that's pretty good for an early access demo so far. Okay. Quit. There we go. Okay then. So yeah. Oh. Gotta get rid of that. There we go. So yeah. Overall, I'd have to say for the demo so far, it is a little janky. But that's to be expected from the beginning. Especially with some of the character facial animations. Poor Zenobia. She looked like one of the Resident Evil characters from RE2. Had like max emotions. She's like, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I'm starting to feel it. I don't think I'm going to be doing any art tonight, so I think I'll make tomorrow an art stream then. Apologies about that. But I hope you all had a fun time tonight. And I hope that, if anything, I hope to convince you to give out Spearhead Games a try. Currently, this will be their third game that they've made so far, with the demo going. It's on Steam if you want to try it yourself. But I first recommend that you play the first game, Stories, The Path of Destinies. And get a feel with that one first, or get Omen Sight, which is technically their second game. And I gotta say, overall, it was fun. It's a little jank. It's got some hiccups. There was this weird little glitch where after I did like a big combo, I kept sliding on the floor for a minute, and then some of the buttons wouldn't work after certain things. But it's kind of to be expected. It is an early access demo, and they are trying things out. And they actually did have a email on their thing that says where you can list the bugs or anything that can happen. So I'm probably going to do that in a bit. But overall, I love the charm of the writing. I wonder if they're going to add any kind of boss battles this time, because I think that's one of the reasons why people didn't like the first one too much, is because there wasn't really any kind of boss battles. It was mostly just mob fights. And I kind of hope there's at least one or two, or a little more. But yeah, apparently I got one of the worst endings, where I killed Reynardo's brother, simply to take his fleet, which was a bad idea. And apparently that shocked his wife, because he was doing it through the Book of Destinies. Oh my goodness. Okay. But overall, I had a fun time with this tonight, and I hope you did too. And thank you all for all the compliments for my PNG. And maybe tomorrow we'll work more on adding to this big guy. Okay, let me see who I can find to raid. Actually, let me go over to this screen real quick. Ah, there we go. Now y'all can get a closer look. Okay, let's see. Who is on? Actually, let me just straighten myself out here. There we go. Now y'all can see me this way. Booba, what? Sent you the video in Discord if you want to view it on Steam or later of your own viewing pleasure. Okay. Interesting thing about the GTA 6 leaker. Oh, cool. I'll check that out afterwards then. Let's see, who is on? Who is on to raid? Let's see. The Lion Neptune is on, playing Donkey Kong Country. Callion playing Marvel Rivals. Kombuchi playing Demon Blight, or Demonologist. We haven't raided Kombuchi in a while. I don't think I've ever... Do I follow the King Lion Neptune? Oh, I do follow him. Okay. Yeah, you could use a raid. We shall raid that Lion Neptune. Okay. Raid. have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow. I will be doing a art stream tomorrow, as we are now in the protest time against Sony right now. Just remember to turn off the online features of your Sony devices so we can show them that we are the customer, we control what they do. Okay then. So have a great night, everybody. Have a great tomorrow. Thanks for letting me be a part of your weekend. And I hope you all have a great night. I did kind of want to stream a little longer, but I'm just not really feeling it the rest of the night, so I'll just make tomorrow an art stream. So have a great night, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye. Great out. And stream.